International Women's Day.
I support 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 International Women's Day.
So today we will show that we are united, that we will stand together.
We are going to build an almighty movement that's going to take on the rich and the powerful and governments who stand in our way. We are going to build this movement and we are going to change the rules.
Get up, get down! Women make the world go round! Get up, get down!
I always come along to International Women's Day marches. I'm really proud to be here with my kids and as an MUA member, rank and file member. It's a male-dominated industry, but there's a lot of really strong women, and it's really great that the union's been encouraging more women to get down on the waterfront.
What do you think about the MUA putting domestic violence clauses in EBA negotiations? What do you think about that?
I think it's critical. Every industry should be doing it. We need support for women, we need support for men who are having these challenges at home so they can be encouraged to be more productive at work. You've got to have your family life in order to be a good worker. It's just part and parcel. You can't separate the two.
For me, it's equal pay and domestic violence leave. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so I'm marching for her today and her future. And for myself.
So is this your first International Women's Day? You've done it before?
No, I've done it before. Unfortunately, I've been to marches with my mother and my grandmother, so this is something we've been fighting for 3 generations in my family.
Everything you look at now, women have to fight. Almost like education, for instance, the introduction of fees, higher fees, it really means a lot of women can't take on study anymore.
Today, in support of the women's, and support of the women's rights, women, the right for the decide their own life, what they're going to do, get the same pay, get against all discrimination of the women, and also in the way to get the women to take leadership, because we know with experience with Aboriginal people that the best leaders in the Aboriginal people are the women, and that's supposed to be extended to the rest of the society.
I really want to see the government commit to funding the Rape and Domestic Violence Services Australia for the really crucial work that they do in working with survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence and providing a high quality, women-led service.
We're fighting for domestic violence leave, we're fighting for parental leave, we're fighting for domestic violence leave to be included in the national awards, and we also want to make sure that things like 1-800-RESPECT, the Rape Crisis Centre hotline, is kept open. Turnbull wants to rip the funding out of that, and that's just not on. They're specialised services, we need them.
Penalty rate cuts?
Look, that's going to affect the lowest paid workers around the country, and that affects women. That affects women with children. It affects single mothers, that sort of stuff. I mean, it's just not on.
What do you think of the union roll up here today?
It's a great union turnout. It usually is. We're marching under the ITF banner. We've got the TWU, we've got the CFWU, we've got the MUA, of course. There's a heap of us here. It's great.
Tell me why you're marching today. What got you out of bed and to come in today? What was it?
Pretty much everything that's been going on in the world lately, all around the world, from America to the Middle East. I actually spent 5 months in India last year, where I guess I kind of learned a lot about my privilege to live in Australia as a white woman, and I kind of got to learning about how these girls don't have the same opportunities purely because of where they were born, and that kind of sparked a lot of passion in my heart, my mind, for fighting to get everyone to be equal wherever they live, no matter what they have going up or anything. And I'm here as well, to protest Trump, and in America to protest what Turnbull's doing with the rape and domestic violence services.
What are some of the issues that really hit home for you?
Certainly childcare and structural inequality across the board. Just the insidious inequality that is built into our society.
I'm supporting my wife.
And why would you do that? Tell me, is there any issue in particular?
She just deserves to get paid equally. She's worked hard to educate herself at university, and she deserves to get equal pay for equal work.
Women power!
Anything in particular? Any particular issue?
Equality.
Yeah.
women are just as equal as men.
The huge gender pay gap, particularly in the finance industry, where majority of those workers are female workers, and not being able to retire at an age when that they should be able to because of the huge pay gap that now exists, that they're actually having to work longer and longer for less money.
No matter what people say, I still think women's rights are way behind what they should be. I don't think women are taken seriously anywhere near as often as they should be. Such things as walking home safely. You know, I had a problem walking home the other night with someone following me. You know, that sort of thing. That a lot of people see women as victims or as vulnerable, and we're not.
I'm marching in support of women's rights, but in particular for the women of Syria. Syria have been at the forefront of fighting terrorism and a proxy war, and this is for the well-being of all the world. I mean, and so here we are in solidarity with the women of Syria.
The gender pay gap for one, 17%. We're quite privileged in Australia, but the gender pay gap is just, it's going to take a long time to fix. It's 2017, it shouldn't be happening.
Like we've seen with things like the global women's strike, but Not One More movement in Argentina and all over the world, there's a real upsurge in women struggling for their rights. So I guess I'm here in solidarity with them.
As being a young woman, what do you think about equality for women in Australia?
It's not fair that we don't get equal pay.
Tell me why. Tell me why do you think that?
Because men are no better than women, so we should all be equal instead of one gets more than the other.
We walked off so that we could make a stand for all educators in the early childhood sector because we want to get paid properly, we want to get paid professionally. Currently we're not, we're underpaid. We're paid half of the national average wage, which is disgusting.
One of the real problems I think we've got is that employers don't give men access to family leave. So I've heard 3 stories this week about men who've been declined parental leave, unpaid parental leave, because they're blokes. Now, so if men don't fight for their right to help look after kids, then it's always going to be women's problems. It's always going to be women with less superannuation. It's always going to be women who are regarded like a drain. So we need our brothers there who really want to look after their kids to please struggle, because otherwise we're going to get left with that responsibility.
Domestic violence clauses, again driven by the labour movement, the ACTU and our affiliate comrade unions, have taken centre stage in pursuing these rights for mainly women who are subjected to this horrendous situation that they're afflicted with in their homes and their children are affected by. It's a must. Domestic violence clauses must be front and centre for all unions and for change in our society.
I support International Women's Day.
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 I support International